Hey guys, it's KK here, and I'm doing this video to give some advice to new airsofters because I have a lot of friends that are just getting started in airsoft and don't exactly know what they need to slash want to do. So this is first video of three. I'm gonna be doing three of these. One, this is the basic gear. Stuff you're gonna want to have on you in pretty much any situation. Um, let's see. Airsoft is divided into two sections. There is milsim and there is CQB. Now, milsim is military simulation. So it is supposed to be as realistic as possible. Like there's revives, they have vehicles in a lot of them. I mean, it's fun. I'm a Milsim person. Then there's CQB, close quarters battle, which is what the name implies. It is usually indoors. There's some outdoor places, and it's extremely cheap. It's if you're a beginner that's a little older, like upwards of 14, 15, I would recommend starting with CQB. But then if you're younger than that, you should start, in your backyard with spring guns. I mean, that's the way I started. I think that's the best way, but you don't have to listen to me. This is advice, not me telling you what to do. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to be talking about basic things that you're going to want to have for. You're going to want, let's see. You are going to want, obviously, a gun, but I'm not talking about guns in this video, but I will talk about batteries. These guys. You, whenever you go to play at any game, if you're using a battery-powered gun, you need an extra battery. Of course, there's tons of different types of batteries. I can't give advice on those because all guns require a different battery and all guns work best with a certain battery. Um, but always make sure you have more than one. Let's see, I have two. These are for my M4 and my saw. Right here, a stick battery for my AK. So now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about ammo. Ammo is very important in any game because if you don't have it, you're not going to do so well. Right here, I've got a speed loader. This is good at CQB because a lot of people go to CQB using just pistols. You're going to want one of these guys. Very useful. Speed loader, it's called a speed loader because it is a fast loading thing that you would use to load a pistol magazine or any magazine a lot faster than by hand. So then we have scopes. Right here, I have a red dot, or not a red dot, a dot scope, and it's pretty cheap. It's a nice cheap one, but it works. Um, it's got red, blue, and green. It works very well for daytime. Obviously, you would use red for daytime. You would use either green or blue for nighttime. Now, red dot is great for CQB because usually you don't need much range in CQB. Then, of course, it's good in milsim for clearing buildings. Anything that's not too far, because, I mean, you would want a scope with a little more uh, guarantee of hitting your target, because a red dot is not the most reliable scope. Um, Now I'm gonna go into a little bit of gear, but I can't really do that a whole lot because there's different gear for milsim and CQB. But first, I'm going to talk about right here, this baby. Camelback. You want one of these unless you have, what, 20 water bottles on you. This is just a standard 100 milliliter Camelback. You want one of these. You don't want to be dehydrated on the field. That'll mess you up a lot. After that, we have shoes. For shoes, I would recommend boots. Let's see, I have one right here. These are just my cheap boots that I use. Now, boots are great because they're a little tougher than tennis shoes, and you know, they're a little muddy for my last stop. It rained. It was great though. It was fun. It made it much more realistic. A few guns broke, but it was worth it. Um, Now, if you are, you know, using shoes with laces, which you should, because they're to fix, I would take extra set of laces because you never know what's going to happen. You don't have to have it on in your pouches or anything that you need to get to really fast. Just carry around an extra set of laces in your backpack because at the last stop I went to, it rained. I had my laces got ruined and I didn't have any extras. So now I know to take laces um, to anywhere I go that I might need them. Now I have this paracord. This is cheap paracord. You do not need the most expensive paracord you can find because honestly, this is all you need. Um, I You never know if you don't take shoelaces, extra laces for your boots or whatever shoes you're using. You can use paracord. Um, if it fits. I don't know if it's gonna fit, but my boots will take paracord. Um, so always have this on you. Have this ready to go, like on the side of your vest, maybe underneath your arm. That's where I keep mine, and I just have it untied so I can pull it and it unravels. So whenever I need it, I can just pull it right on out and I'm ready to go. Now, this is if you are filming with a GoPro camera. This is how I film it, and I think it works good because a lot of the other cameras, if they get shot, they're done. They're broken. You cannot use them after that. But so here you're going to want some extra mounts because I have mounts on all of my guns. But when it rained, they started falling off. So always have some extra mounts. Alright, and now I'm going to talk about some smaller gear. This is just a little clip-on pack that I have. It just unzips. In here, you can keep some pistol mags, you can keep ammo, grenade shells if you do that, shotgun shells if you have a shotgun that takes shells. Anything you really need you can put in here, and it's pretty compact, and you know it's not going to open up and fall out everywhere. Then we have, this is one of the most important things I'll talk about today, is a multi-tool. You need one of these. This is pretty much all you're going to need. Right here, you got your pliers if you need to switch out CO2, if you have a CO2 gun. You got a few knives in here, flathead screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, everything you need. You got a file in case you hit your gun on something and it gets sharp, I don't know. Right here. There you go. You just fold it up right in here. And the good thing about this one, it has MOLLE on it, so you could put it on your vest without having to pay for any extra attachments. Important. Remember that. Then this is just as important, but it is a hex key thing. Multi-tool. Not a multi-tool because it's one tool. But this is important. If you have CO2, green gas, I know most of the screws on my are hex keys. You're going to want this in case you need to fix something. The multi-tool is great, but the multi-tool does not do everything, so you'll need to take other stuff unless you have a multi-tool with hex keys on it. So there's that. Now I have two smaller things that I want to talk about, or three smaller things, I'm sorry. Lighter. You are gonna want a lighter because sometimes sometimes somebody who takes grenades, some grenades are actually, you have to have a lighter to use. Um, Flares, smoke grenades, sometimes they don't light when you pull them out of your vest, and even if you don't have grenades or anything that would require a lighter, take one, because you never know if somebody else on your team will need it. Don't take an expensive lighter. Take a cheap one, because I've been to so many ops where I buy one of those $50 Zippos, and then I give it to somebody and I never get it back. So just buy a cheap 50-cent cigarette lighter right here. Also, there is a smaller multi-tool. It does not do everything that I want it to do, but this is good to have if you have an admin pouch or admin panel on your vest. Keep it in there, because for a quick fix, or if somebody forgets a multi-tool, right here. Another mount right there, curved mount. You want to take a flat mount and a curved mount for cameras. Right here, a pin. It's simple, but it's important. You never know when you're going to have to write on something. Just remember this. Trust me, you're going to want it. Also, this marker, red Sharpie marker, you can take one of these. Again, if you need to write on something, right here. Moving on, we have tape. Tape is an extremely good thing to have. There's tons of different types of tape, but I just use blue painter's tape because it's really easy to take out and rip off. So, tape. Always have this. Then we have, let's see, what do we have over here? We have our graphite. Graphite is great to have, because if your gun, guns require lubricants. Graphite I like because it is very smooth and it'll, loosen anything you need to up. And it's not wet. Like, it's not like WD-40, and it won't get everywhere and drip on everything, and it won't ruin your gun. You can go crazy with graphite. This is something you can have on your backpack, in your backpack. If you have a molly pouch this small, go ahead. You never know when you're going to need it. My pistol jammed up the blowback part, the slide, and I just needed some WD-40. I mean, needed some graphite on it. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Tune in next time for I'm gonna be talking about CQB and the gear you'll want for CQB. And then I'll make another one for Milson. So yeah, guys, this is KK. Make sure you subscribe and leave a like to let me know to keep doing these videos. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.